Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation, with a highly anticipated unboxing. Let's explore! That's right, we're going to explore this unboxing from Monument Metals, and I've had a couple of exchanges with some folks who have ordered not only this particular round, but others from different places from the Germania Mint, who issues these, and especially with the 5 and 10 ounce versions of the Allegories series. There have been a little bit of issues and some concerns, not only from those who have received them with some damage and marks on them, but also from Germania Mint themselves. In fact, this was ordered quite some time ago and has just now arrived, and there are some concerns about quality. And so we're going to explore that and see if these transpire and translate to this particular coin here, or not coin, but round. It is a fantasy coin, really, with the mark denomination on it. The mark is not a unit of currency anymore in Germany. So we are going to unbox this thing and take a look at it. And I'm very excited. This is a kind of a first. Take out the contents here. There we go. Very good. USPS. All right, very good. Let's see what we've got here. Take away this. The Germania Mint. All right. I ordered this from Monument Metals as soon as they became available. I was sort of hesitant and saw the price creep up a bit, which is unfortunately that price throttling. But it seems like it's become sort of the norm these days. And some say, well, it happens because they have to resource, and it's more expensive for them to acquire. So, but nonetheless, let's see what we've got here. We're going to unpackage this and score this. Let's see here. I'm not sure the best way, maybe to do it this way. Rip this thing out here. Very good. Okay. We're getting to it. This is the first of its size. Is the thickest silver round, I believe, ever produced. You saw me. I did a video on this some time ago. And here we go. All right. The Allegories. The thickest. Colombia and Germania. Wow. Look at that pack. Very thick, especially compared to the 5 ounce. And there it is. The one thing you will say, the Germania Mint does a wonderful job with their packaging. Very cool and unique. So here it is, the Germania Mint and the Certificate of Authenticity. A limited mintage here of 250 pieces. So those who were able to get these were quite fortunate. I paid $600 for this thing. Yes, quite a premium, but considering that it is a limited issue of 250 pieces and the collectability of it, that may be a good deal, but who knows? It's very difficult to tell with these high premium silver pieces because you don't know exactly how that's going to translate down the road in the secondary market. I've seen that with other releases here, but here it is. Wow. Massive, massive indeed. Look at the depth of that packaging, and there's like a big hole. So there it is. It is something else. Wow. This is quite the beast. And look at that capsule. And it looks to be in decent condition. There's no scrapes or scratches on it that I can see. I'm going to actually see if I can take it out of the capsule to get a better look of it. And I may not, I don't know how they have this. Is probably a different way of encapsulating it they had to do. And I don't want to risk breaking the capsule here in a hurry to get it out for you. So I may hold off on taking it out of the capsule. But we're going to take a close look at it together here. And we can see enough of it that we can tell if there's any damage. One person did email me think it was a Colorado kid, and said that the reeded edge was really damaged, and I see not much indication of that here, but I certainly was concerned after getting that message. There may be some hints of scratches, and it could be, you think about it, this is very difficult, is my guess, to do, to be able to create, because this is the same diameter as the 1 ounce version. I mean, it's, look at the certificate of authenticity here. It will tell us, I believe, the diameter of this. 38.61 millimeters. That's that's smaller than a silver eagle in diameter, and it just is 10 times thicker. And so when you take that into account, it gives you really an idea of what we're dealing with here in terms of thickness. I mean, it is massive, absolutely massive. And here is the 1 ounce regular Germania for 2020, and you can see the difference in thickness there. Same diameter, but much different thickness. In fact, let me see here. I might even have handy a 1 ounce. Let me see if I do. I do have the 1 ounce version of this. There's the 1 ounce, and here's the 10 ounce. Same exact diameter, but much different weight and thickness, indeed. Pretty impressive. And as is the case, very low mintage, high premium. And as is the case, there may be some potential for this, but you never know. You never know. This thing could tank, and the demand, people will forget about these, kind of like they have other modern releases, and this thing just might be a slug that I can get spot for, maybe spot, maybe under spot. But, that's not why I buy these kind of pieces. I buy these kind of pieces for the uniqueness and in the manufacturing, and there's a lot of different variety of ways to buy silver. You can get gilded, you can get ultra high relief, max 3D relief, different finishes from frosted to antiqued to brushed to, all kinds of different ways, hammered. There's various different ways to buy collectible coins. This, I think, is just unique. It is the ultimate in thickness, and this is just short of a cylinder. In my mind, I consider a cylinder to be something where the thickness is greater than the diameter of the piece. This one here, the diameter is greater than the thickness. In fact, I don't know if the certificate of authenticity tells us the actual depth of it. No, it does not. But, we could probably measure it, and it's not going to be 38 millimeters is my guess. In fact, you can kind of see, you can kind of compare here. Here's the best comparison. You can see that it is definitely not the same thickness as it is the diameter of the 1 ounce variety. But pretty cool indeed, I think. So this is the thickest round I've seen. Now, there is a kilo koala that is a coin that the Perth Mint has. And that, I don't think even has the same ratio of thickness to diameter ratio out there that this has. It is very, very thick, but I don't think it is quite as thick as this for the diameter. So in my mind, this takes the cake. The 10 ounce, very limited mintage, and of these out there, and so I wanted to get this just as far as a collection. I may not continue with the Allegories series of all the different sizes, but if they do let's say for the Italia and Germania round, that may be coming next, from what I hear, that might be the next one in line. If they did a 20 ounce version at the same diameter, I may try and get it, even if it's limited to 100 pieces. We'll see. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect these, and that's the joy. The joy of collecting is you can pick and choose how you want to do it. But I want to get the thickest of the of the variations of the different allegories. I hope they don't come out with a 20 ounce for the next one. That would definitely make it a cylinder for sure, and would not pass as a round. It would be a cylinder, but very, very neat that they're able to pull this off. And in my particular case, it came back in fine shape. I don't see any issues with it. Well, there's a little, I guess there's an issue. I guess there is a little bit of a scratch right there that you can see. But by and large, it came out okay. So I'm pleased that there you have it. 10 ounce, the thickest. I am definitely down with the thickness, and this proves it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe. All right, I was able to get this thing out of the capsule very, very carefully here. So I thought I'd show it, and because I was just very curious about how the edge looked, and you can see, that there is some marks on it, for sure. And but my guess is that's probably how they had to get it out of the dies, and so it caused some issue here. With the markings on there. So it's unfortunate, but it's not really a deal breaker, as my guess is probably a lot of them have it that way, but you can see those marks there. But otherwise, it is a lovely piece and very well done by the Germania Mint, aside from that on the edge. But, you know, something like this, you want to make sure you get it right, for sure. So that's a little bit unfortunate that has occurred. And there's probably not much recourse, since these sold out quite some time ago. It's probably highly unlikely that I'm going to be able to exchange it, and even if it could be sourced, to be able to find another one that has the same, doesn't have the same issue. So there you have it. Otherwise, it's a nice piece. Germania Mint. Allegories. 10 ounce. Massively thick.